So the fact that in such a short period of time that there was so much uptake on the edge delivery side of things, that so many sites said, I really dig the way this is going. When can we get on board? And we went from everything on AEM, with the exception, with like rare exceptions of like your blog that came from WordPress, but like that with rare exceptions, everything flipped over to the point where you've got almost everything on edge delivery. Like that to me speaks kind of to it's got to, even with weird things in Microsoft Word.
Yeah.
Like so many people would have had to live with that and see so much other value.
That's exactly it. We were not super emotional about it, which is kind of interesting because like AM is obviously like its claim to fame is sort of its WYSIWYG authoring environment, and all of our telemetry and data, Jira tickets, everything was like document. Everyone who's moving to document-based authoring is like wildly faster across the board, developer experience and author experience and everything. And not to say that it's flawless or anything, but we could not ignore that data. We could not ignore how much faster those folks were. And so even though we were not super in love with SharePoint and Word, it was still pretty great. And so we did decide to pivot. I think we got the decision in really early 2022 where we said we're going to put our first major site that's going to require localization, like real big kid localization. We decided to do that in 2022, and we went from 0 lines of code to the first 600 pages, and laying the foundation. Really, we had to. It's not just like, oh, edge delivery. Sometimes I'm not a big fan of like somebody that says, oh, we got this edge delivery site out in 2 weeks. And then I go, well, is it really architecturally sustainable and all those things? So we had to, in 6 months, we basically went from 0 lines of code to an architecturally sustainable foundation that could power all of these sites. So millions of pages.